Good afternoon to all you fine folks out there. I'm in my shop. I'm getting ready to flesh a fox and a coyote. Got it hanging. This is a fox hanging just the hide. Oh, he's taking a while to unthaw or thaw. And I got that's the fox that I caught in my coyote snare. That was before Christmas time. I skinned it and I didn't have time, so I just rolled it up and stuck it in the garbage bag. And I have also have a coyote here. I was caught around the same time. Same thing, I gotta flesh it. Oh, that thing stinks. Smells like a coyote. It's been rolling in something gross. He was caught on my brother's trapline where we had that bait set up. Oof, I think I might want to wash that guy. He smells bad. But, yeah, just waiting for that to thaw. I'm gonna have to help it along because I don't want to be waiting all day for it to thaw. So, got this fancy. Just don't tell my wife. It's her blow dryer. I'm gonna use it to thaw. Well, that actually worked pretty good. Just thinking, I could probably throw that coyote into a pail of water with some soap in it since he stinks so bad, and just hang it to dry for a bit. But I'll get those guys fleshed and on the board, and while I'm waiting for it to thaw a little more, I'll show ya. It was just before Christmas. Princess Auto had a really good deal on one of these guys. It's a Swager. So I can crimp my cables. And it has a cable cutter on the top here. And yeah, it was on sale for $50 some. I made up a few anchor cables. Works really good. And I think regularly those ones are over over $100. I think they're like 120 or 130. And other brands are quite a bit more, $200-300. What I've used it for so far, it's worked good. And I just got this in the mail yesterday. I ordered some snaring stuff. Got two number 2 rams. They're used for fox, raccoon, smaller animals, lynx. Got 2 of those. They're kind of oily. And some cable to make some snares. I want to use this for making some lynx snares. It's the black cable. It's oxidized. It's a 1/16 7x7, 100 feet. And then I got same thing, black oxidized for making coyote snares. It's 1x19, 5/64. And all kinds of little goodies. Well, this is they send 2 snares with those rams. And I got a bag of A1 lights out springs. There's 25 in a pack. It's for your power assist snares. I've never put one together yet, but I will be doing that here. I just gotta watch some YouTube videos on how to do it. These are the triggers for the spring. So I want to use that on the lynx and that's it. So yeah, we got some 2 different sizes of swivels to put on the end of the cables for your anchors. Some washers for when you build your snares. Got 2 different. So this is for the snares. These are the ones you would use for your swivels. And your furrows, your double furrows and singles for the 2 different sizes of cables. These are the single ferrules. And some stuff for making coyote snares, the stops. And some S-hooks. We have to use these in Saskatchewan. They're the breakaways. These are 280-pound breakaway. That's so if a deer gets in there that it'll bend these open and they can get away. And then I got 2 different sizes of cam locks. We have to have these on the snare. And you have to have a power assist spring on your snare, we cannot just have a free hanging snare with a cam lock. We have to have a kill spring on there. So yeah, in Saskatchewan we're allowed to use, we've been allowed to use the power ram snares for years, and just this, I think it was just this year, they approved the use of these type of spring. And you got to use certain parts, and you have to have actually I think I got it. You buy your regular trapping license. This is for the southern Saskatchewan. The northern is a little different. I think you can use just a free hanging snare with a cam lock. But yeah, you have your trapper's license, and if you're gonna use snares, you have to get a permit. It's a power assist permit for snaring, and they have a list of what you can, what parts and what springs you can use for the power assist. So there's a few things to learn about it all if you're gonna be doing it. And about, yeah, you can't use the power assist on wolves. You have to use the big Magnum rams. So there's a bit to, you got to make sure you read your permits and your regulations, because you don't want to get into trouble, lose your license and that. So yeah, if you use a small diameter cable, I think it's like the 3/64 diameter with no breakaway, so you don't have to have a breakaway then, because the cable will rip. But if you're larger than that, you have to have the S hooks, the breakaways. And the cam locks also, they have to be a certain type. I believe it says it has to have it's got to have the teeth on there, so it grabs the cable. You can't use just the sliding ones. And I'll just shut up. And anyways, I'll be looking up a few things and build a couple snares, and once I know what I'm doing, I'll make a video while I do that. But I better get to fleshing. Oh, we ended up giving these guys a bath. That guy needed it. He stank. Let's use Dawn dish soap. And I did the fox didn't really stink, but just from thawing it out, there were patches that were getting too dry to flesh, so Had to rehydrate it, so I figured I might as well wash it. I think it's backwards. I think usually guys flesh it and then they wash their furs if they're gonna wash them. I don't know. I don't remember. So now I just gotta wait for it to dry. But I got my shop vac from the shed. Just letting it warm up a little bit, and I'll suck as much of the moisture out as I can, and then maybe I'll get to the fleshing then. Okay, this is my board. I just shaped it myself a little bit. It had a birch board and it was warped, a round shape, so works pretty good. I got this big toolbox. I just put the board underneath there. I got this carpenter stool. I just jam it underneath there. I can whatever level I want it at. Seems to work. Well, we got this fox dried off somewhat. Actually, this might be a little wide for Mr. Foxy. I am fleshing a coyote here. The stick and sawdust. My brother told me about this, and he said it worked pretty nice on coyotes and foxes. And it does. Ticks. That's where the snare was. Takes quite a bit of sawdust, but it peels it off quite nice. I started doing it with a knife, and yeah, cuts right away. That works nice. Oops, I gotta be careful here. We got a hole here. Somebody cut a hole. Well, many hours later, I'm finally done. We got them boarded. One fox and one coyote. Had to sew up 2 holes on the coyote. Fox, I didn't get any holes. I forgot how much work that is. Now it's time to go to bed. Good afternoon. Went along with my brother this afternoon and to check traps, and I didn't bring my camera with, and we caught 2 fishers. He caught a fisher in his box, and I had set up one box and had a fisher in it. And there he is, nice big male. And it's a 120, a conibear. His head just barely fits in there. But that's all it takes, right behind the skull. So we will be skinning tomorrow. Gotta thaw him out, and well, it is a new day. It's a couple days later from when I was flushing the coyote and fox. Now I got them drying. I got a fan blowing on them. He weighs 12 pounds. So, pretty decent sized male. But the mice got at it. Not a big, all I see is they ate his penis out. There's a hole there. Hopefully that's the only hole. Other than that, it looks good. And had him hanging here all night. He seems to be thawed. Got the trap off of his neck. So we will skin him, and I guess brother's moving on to a different patch of land. So he said if I wanted, I could trap the quarters that we were on. So I will do some trapping on there on my own, I guess, as long as my snowmobile keeps working. And see what else we can get. I would like to put up some link sets. I've never trapped links before, so it'll be a learning curve again. Been watching some of your YouTube videos, and I guess I got my brother. I can always ask and see what happens. But yeah, I'm gonna get this thing skinned and fleshed. I won't show any of that. Maybe the boarding of it, but alright, we got this fisher on the stretcher. Got it all fleshed a few hours later. Scraped them good, maybe too good, I don't know. It's sawdust sure cleans it up nice. So hopefully I did a decent job. I didn't get no cuts in it this time.